I can't believe I've just found this, but I found a way to use cryptocurrency to go and purchase real-world luxury items with up to a 40% discount. I'm talking gold bars, Rolex watches, Louis Vuitton bags, and a whole range of other luxury items with massive discounts applied. Think about this for a moment. If you buy a 2.5 gram gold bar right now for a few $100s at a 40% discount, tomorrow you could take that same gold bar to a shop and sell it at a 40% profit. With that profit, you can then put money back into crypto, or you could take that money and go and spend it on something else. But I know, this sounds too good to be true, but it isn't. I'm going to explain to you in this video exactly how it works. And I'm going to show you a tutorial where you can watch over my shoulder as I spend my own cryptocurrency on buying a few small gold bars. Do me a favor, hit the like button, and let's go learn about this. Now guys, welcome to the School of Crypto. Unlike my main channel, the House of Crypto, here we're focusing more towards day trading as well as other tutorial-based content for cryptocurrency. If you want to up your game in crypto to be able to make as much money as possible during the crypto bull market ahead, make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss another video. Now for those of you who've been subscribed to my other channel, the House of Crypto, for quite some time, the platform that we're going to talk about today won't come as any surprise because you might have seen it before. You see, it's rtrade, which is a token that I've been holding in my crypto portfolio. Now, I said at the start that I couldn't believe that I just found this. I have found this before, but what I hadn't found was all of the luxury items that they started to upload, because they're now offering a huge range of different items that can easily be flipped for profit. Now, before we go and dive in and look at some of those products, let's understand a little bit more about how this works and why you can trust it. You see, rtrade has been around since 2021. It's a luxury marketplace on the blockchain where you can use cryptocurrency to go and purchase luxury items. Now, effectively, the way it works is that you go and stake a small amount of rtrade tokens, and I'll talk about that in a moment, which one allows you to earn rewards and also then allows you to enter into these different auctions. Now, the team themselves make a fee on the trading of rtrade tokens, so that's what's allowing them to give huge discounts on items for people who are staking their tokens. Now, if you're not into luxury items or whatever, just stick with me, because I want you to think about something for a moment. If you're exiting crypto at any given point into the future, you're going to have to turn your cryptocurrency into something like US dollars or the euro or whatever else it is. You might have realized recently, with the dollar starting to fall down, that the whole world is starting to print money like crazy. This is obviously great for our crypto portfolios, but it isn't really great for the money that you're holding in fiat currency, because it means that your purchasing power is diminishing over time. So for example, if you've got $100 today, you can go and buy a grocery shop with that, but perhaps next year you can get 15% less items because your money is worth that much less. And that's how aggressive inflation is right now, so you need to find another way to be able to cash out into items that aren't going to depreciate over time, but in fact are going to appreciate over time. I'm talking luxury watches or gold. So while there are a huge range of different things available on this particular platform that you might personally be interested in, I myself am more interested in the holding of money and creating more wealth into the future. So a lot of these items like gold coins, mini gold bars, watches like this Rolex GMT here are much more interesting to me perhaps than some of the kind of wines and things that I don't know so much about. They might be appreciating into the future as well, but I don't know so much about them because I can't check on them as easily as I can here. The gold price, for example, is just continuing to rise, and it's been rising since like 1970, and it will continue to rise as the dollar continues to decrease in value, and it will continue upside. Okay, so if you're getting a 40% discount on gold right now, that means instead of getting in here, you can get in somewhere down here, which gold hasn't been at since the start of 2024. This is starting to become interesting, isn't it? And other items you can purchase with big discounts that you might not have thought about before either. This here is a Rolex GMT Master 2, a Bruce Wayne, right? Which is similar to this, but on a different strap. This is actually the Batman on a Jubilee bracelet. Now, if you look here, they're selling this item for $18,400. If I go to Chrono24, which is a reseller for luxury watches, and I search for Rolex Bruce Wayne, which is that particular watch, and I look for one that's on the Oyster bracelet, see the difference? This is Jubilee bracelet, this is Oyster bracelet. Probably didn't think you were going to get a watch lesson, did you? But maybe this is useful and interesting for you. Anyway, what can we see here? This one here is 20 grand. This one is $23,000. Coming down the list, this is $24,000. And going down through the list, you'll see that these are all nearly new or as good as new. Effectively, they can't say new because normal people like us can't go and buy watches from Rolex because they'll never give them to you. You have to buy them secondhand, but they're technically new. Okay, so this is how the watch market works. But you can see the floor price for these watches is around 2 grand more than it is over here, which means you could buy this watch for $18,000, which is a lot, but you could make 2 grand on it, maybe more, in literally 24 hours if you can find a buyer. Now, I prefer gold because gold is more liquid than perhaps watches, because I believe in America you can take gold to like Costco and sell it. Correct me if I'm wrong, name the stores down below where you can sell it, or you can go and take it to a pawn shop or whatever else, okay? But it's easy to flip gold if you get a 40% discount. So this one here is $274. take it to a shop, go and flip it, increase your amount of money. Maybe you can enter into future ones or just go and buy more cryptocurrency with it. Now, each of these items, if you try and buy it, doesn't instantly mean that you're going to win the item, okay? Because it's a raffle. All of these items are coming up every day, but there's a huge range of different items, and the more people that are kind of participating in the sales, the more items there's going to be. And if you're kind of participating in sale after sale, eventually you'll win it. Over the past few years, there's been around 8,000 people participating on this platform. Right now, I know that there's not so many, so you have a high chance of being able to pick up some of these different items. Now today, I'm going to try and win this one. I've got 33 minutes, so I better hurry up. And I'm going to try and win this one here, and I've got some RTrade ready to go. So what we need to do to be able to go and access this particular sale is to be able to stake some tokens. You can see that as different levels. Now, what's also very cool is we'll also earn APY, or annual percentage yield, in our tokens. Now, if we jump back to the RTrade chart, you can see that I've prepared this one for you already. The price is fairly low down, which means that there's a good chance, like previously, RTrade jumps up towards those sort of levels up here. So to break out of this, we're looking at 148% and potentially more later on this year. I do believe that this is a very interesting platform in the real world assets niche, and I think a lot of people are going to get into this, and it's why I personally have been holding it, and I hold a lot. Now, in order to go and access the sales, you can see that you can put in different amounts to be able to earn different discounts. Now, this one will give you a 20% discount, which obviously isn't bad. That's around $500 in terms of staked tokens. Now, obviously, if you're looking to diversify now, this could be a great option. But if you're looking down the line, once you get out of crypto, this is potentially something that you want to be looking into, because it's a way that you're going to be able to keep items and buy items to turn your money into, okay? This is what I'm really looking to do more and more as the crypto market moves up, so I can pull profits off and turn them into other assets. Now here you can see you can stake 250,000 tokens, which would then take 90 days, and that's going to give you 40% off. Now that is $5,000, which of course is a lot of money, but $5,000 discount, if you're able to buy a watch and make $2,000 or $3,000 on it, potentially a very useful thing to do, especially as we enter into kind of the major bull market phase. There's a very high chance that the RTrade token continues up from here. Now you can see also RTrade are using tokens to buy back more tokens. They're doing burns and other things like that. So actually it's a beneficial token to be holding, because ultimately over time you're going to see it go up. Right now there's 783 DAO members, and that will obviously increase as time goes on. Now as you can see, I've already got a number of tokens staked. In fact, quite a lot, because I like this project. I've gone quite hard. And what I want to do is enter into this one here, which is for a 20 francs Swiss coin. Now, if you want to work out how much they cost, you can either work out the gold price for the day by going to this website, which is bullionbypost.com, and you can see that the gold per gram is $108.87. Coming back here, you can go and work out these prices and then apply up to the discounts on top of that as well, which obviously could give you a massive discount as well. Now, I'm going to click on this one here, and I'm going to click on participate now. And you can see I've got my window to do it. And I'm going to say participate for 29,000, which is $611 worth of RTrade tokens, meaning I can save about $100 on this. But given that the gold price is rising and will continue to rise into the future, this is a decent buy for me and something I could potentially hold for years. Participate for this, and now you can see it's in my wallet up here with the Phantom wallet. I just have to click confirm. Now obviously Phantom works on Solana. This is a token on Solana, so you have to keep up to date with this. Now you can see I'm in the raffle. I might win it. If I win it, then I get the option to go and purchase it. I don't have to purchase it. If I want, then it goes to someone else. Okay, follow the raffle. I can follow along with what's going on. Now if I go back to the home and have a look at other items coming up, I like the look of this one because again, it's cheap for what it is. I think it's good value at where it is right now. I'm going to click it and I'm going to say participate now. I'm going to participate for 13,000 ATR and I'm going to hit that and we're going to say confirm. Now if I win it, happy days. I'm good to go. Things are going to be good into the future. If you want to go and buy RTrade tokens, then you can use my link down below for MEXC, because MEXC has some of the lowest fees and it definitely has RTrade. If you can't use MEXC for whatever reason and you want to know how to find coins and which exchanges they're on, just go to coinmarketcap.com. And in this case, we're just going to search for RTrade and then come down to where it says RTrade markets. And you can see these are all the exchanges it's on. It's also on Bitunix. Okay, so if you want to use the link down below for Bitunix, that's probably easier to use than MEXC because it doesn't require KYC. Okay, so Bitunix, link down below, also comes with a decent bonus as well. So make sure you sign up for Bitunix, whether you're going to buy RTrade or not, because we'll be using it a lot on this channel for trading in the future. If not MEXC or whatever else you want. Now, something else for the future, and why you might want to look into watches more, is that actually watches become very, very expensive once crypto goes up. And there's a big reason for that. People who've been making millions of dollars in crypto will try and move crypto across border. Okay, it's a bit shady. They cash out their crypto in places like Dubai and they want to take it back to the United States. How do you do it? You go and buy a watch in Dubai for like 200k or 18k or whatever it is, and you could just walk through an airport, no problems. Okay, no problems. These watches typically go up significantly in bull markets. Okay, it's not financial advice, but in terms of the watch market right now, a lot of them are rock bottom. Personally, okay, I've got a Rolex, I've got an AP, because these brands hold value really, really well. Things like GMTs, you're never really going to lose any money on them if you look after them, etc. That's obviously not financial advice, okay? I'm not a watch expert, but I do spend a lot of time looking into these. If you want to go and party and you buy like, you know, Hennessy's and whatever, Dom Perignons, maybe there's money in the future to these particular items. But they're not that easy to carry around, and if you're anything like me, you'll end up drinking them, which is obviously not a good investment, either from a financial standpoint or from like a health standpoint. And yeah, just come down through the list, see some of these other items that they've had in the past. These are always last solds, but you can see that they've had a lot of items. And I would imagine as the market continues to improve, we're going to see a whole range of other things coming on. Some of these are raffles, some of them are not raffles, and you can just go and buy them. You can go and have a look at some of the other things they've sold before. Now, obviously, go and check out this particular platform, okay? Go and do your research into this. This is actually a project I've heard about for a while. I actually met up with the team when I was in Paris because it's a French team and I liked what they were doing. I gave my advice to them and said, if you can bring more items onto your platform, then you're going to have a whole load of people on, because I can see why this is a really beneficial thing, okay? Now, hopefully this has been something a little bit different from what we normally cover on the channel, but I'm going to continue to go out there and try and find different ways for you to be able to understand how to maximize your gains in crypto. Because the game in crypto, guys, isn't about just making the money right now. Try and make as much money as possible by the end of the year. I would imagine the majority of you watching this video are going to be around in the next bull market, because it's going to be sometime towards 2028 into 2030. That means that we have our job right now to make as much money as possible in this bull market, and I'm going to coach you through that as we go through on the House of Crypto and the School of Crypto. And then after that, we then need to preserve our capital through using decent investments, whether that be in property, whether that be in gold, whether that be in other things like art and luxury items. And then from there, we're going to look to get involved into the next bull market, okay? Long time spent in crypto is where you're going to see the real wealth being built, okay? Look to try and make as many gains as possible in the next few months ahead, of course, but don't take major risks. Just try and build for the future and start to educate yourself now, because it's going to really pay off over the years ahead. Having been in the last bull market, I learned a lot. I didn't make as much money as I thought I would, okay? I'm going to make a lot more money in this bull market knowing what I did back then, and then in the next bull market is like the end game. That's what we should be aiming for. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below if you like this type of content and you want to see more videos and tutorials about different platforms like this. If you haven't already, I really appreciate it if you could hit the like button. It really helps me out. And if you haven't already, subscribed. See you later with another video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.